Lead it off.
Welcome to the first show of the Dunn Boys Sports Talk. I'm here with my boy Trey Dunn. Say hello.
What's up? Stop rubbing my knee under the table, and I'm glad y'all can all join us. But let's get it
I
rolling.
just want to remind you that you need to shave because that's some hairy leg right there.
Hey, just for everybody to know, this is not a patch missing. It's gray hair. I got 4 children, and a crazy wife that I do love so much. But anyways.
Give her a shout out. Give her a shout out.
Okay, baby. Shatara Johnson, I love you. Soon to be Shatara Dunn on October 10th. All right, but anyways, let's roll. This is a sports talk. This ain't about my life. Let's get it going, man. Let's talk about a little about your wife. Where's she at?
She's at work. That's where I send her when I do sports talk shows.
That's why we're able to do the sports talk.
I got to get her to make that money for me.
Yeah, that's pimping. He's a pimp.
But yes, this is the first show. This is something we've looked forward to for a long time. We love sports. It's our hobby. It's our life. Outside of our children and our wives, of course. But
Taco Bell too, But
Taco Bell. That's what's
I got sports, Taco Bell, then my family, But anyway,
yeah, Taco Bell is right there, behind God, of course.
I was done. I mean, that shouldn't even have to be noticeable. It's gonna be God or whatever. But you got Taco Bell. I mean, sports is above Taco Bell, but you got it's neck and neck, and then you got your family down here.
Well, it just depends. How hungry are you? How hungry are you?
I'm hungry enough when I get off of work to stop at Taco Bell and get me a few things.
At that moment in time, Taco Bell.
If I only got $3 on me, I need me 2 burritos and a taco. I can't feed my whole family with that, so we got. But anyways.
Let's talk about sports. So our first topic is going to be the Rangers.
All right.
As you know, we just got Cole Hamels.
Great deal.
My boy over here is excited.
Not only do you get Cole Hamels, bro, you get the trade off Matt Harrison, who they want to retire, and it's the same amount of money almost. You not only getting the money situated, we pretty much we getting it for nothing.
But what about all those prospects we just gave up?
What about Mike Olt? What about Mike Olt? Justin Smoke? What about them? What have they done? They're prospects. You never know.
I don't know. Are they back in AAA right now?
Probably so. But how many years do you got Cole Hamels for?
We got at least 3. At least 3.
At least 3.
I believe it's a player option for 4.
Did he do something that no other Rangers ever done? Win a World Series, which I love the Rangers. Don't get me wrong, but what else did he do in that World Series?
The fact that the Rangers made it to the World Series twice in my day, I'm happy with that. But
we're gonna get on another topic here in a minute about the Rangers World Series that we do not agree on at all. But here we go. Cole Hamels with the Rangers, great deal. Yeah, you give up a catcher, prospect, whatever. But we got so many prospects down there, we can afford to get rid of it. We've had 7 years of straight under 500 ball.
We
built it
up.
What's the one? And then last year we had another bad year.
Actually, I was gonna say what's the one Ranger problem this year, but they've had a multiple amount of problems. Even though we're getting close to the wild card race.
First of all, the first problem was Yu Darvish. Yu Darvish being out for a year. You have your ace being out for a year. You might as well. You want to give up on the season, but you do.
Not only your ace, but your number 2 starter.
You go get your Texas boy.
Out.
Derek Collin, another freak injury. I mean, what do you do?
That's basically 2 years that he's missed.
Yeah, but he's still. It's not terrible. It's not Tommy John surgery, but nowadays Tommy John surgery, people are coming back from it. Look at Harvey; he's coming back from it.
But that's 2016. Let's focus on 2015.
Let's focus on the Rangers.
2015.
Right.
Our issue has been
hitting.
Right-handed hitting.
Okay.
Bullpen.
Beltre was out for so
long. Yeah. Our starting pitching has been kind of like a wave. They go a few starts and really get us deep in games, and then the next 4 or 5, they are crap.
The way we've got our bullpen now, we might as well call up John Wetland and Jeff Zimmerman and see what they can come back and
bringing up ghosts from the past.
Neftali Feliz was good, but what I think screwed him over was not the Tommy John surgery or going to the starting bullpen. It was the World Series in 2011.
Yeah,
that big hit.
Yeah,
he has the Brad Lynch syndrome.
I heard after we released him, he went to Detroit. In the first game, he was hitting the radar gun at 97, 98 miles an hour.
Whoa.
But he was hitting it at 90, 91 here, so something made him go, man, I know how to pitch.
Though he's from the Dominican, I think, and the only place he's ever known was Texas. So he didn't want to leave, man. This was his home, and he got all his brothers here. So, but anyways, beside that, man,
So
Cole
as
Hamels is a great trade, and I love it. And we got us another true ace. If even we don't talk about this year, we talk about next year. But even if you Darvish comes back next year, and Derek Collin can come back next year, and everybody can be healthy, and maybe I like to sign Gallardo, but I get rid of him to sign a big bat. I would do that. That's what we're missing. We're missing the right-handed hitter.
I agree. We need hitting. With the contracts of
Yeah.
Shin Chu and
Who had a
Elvis
home run
Andrews.
last night?
I mean,
Elvis Andrews is.
it was nice to free up
Yes,
that money
yes.
with Harrison, and also Philadelphia is throwing in $9.5 million
Right.
for this trade.
I agree.
Now, one thing about trades that I like is the known commodity. What's the known commodity in this trade?
Money.
Is we're getting the money, and Cole Hamels is a great pitcher.
Exactly. So
Okay?
pretty much, if you look at it, you get the money back. You're trading off some prospects, which they could wind up being great, or they could wind up being the Jamie Moyers or the Barry Zitos. They can wind up being that, or they can wind up being the Justin Smokes, or they can wind up being the whoever knows, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We
But
don't.
you're pretty much trading. You're trading Matt Harrison, who is making how much? $14 million a year, something like that.
He's owed $33 million over the next 3
exactly.
years.
And you trade him, and they signed Cole Hamels back when. They're not. David Price is going to get way more money than Cole Hamels is. So you pretty much. It's a good trade. It's good.
So basically,
you're getting an approved starter for. You're not renting him. Getting him.
Was there any of the prospects that you wish we didn't give up?
The catcher, Alfaro.
Alfaro.
I'm not very good at names, but Alfaro. Yeah, that'd be it.
The problem with Alfaro is that
he's number 49 ranked overall in the minor league system. Yes.
Right, and he was ranked higher before this year because he hurt his ankle. He was out pretty much the whole year this year.
I'm not upset about any of it. We got plenty of prospects. Our prospect, like most teams, is like this, right here. And our prospects are like this. That's why we got Cole Hamels, because our farm system's so deep, and we set up for next year. You imagine Darvish and Cole Hamels is a 1-2 punch. It might not be Darvish Hamels. It might be Hamels Darvish.
Right.
2 true aces.
Going into next year, we will have Hamels. Hopefully, gets through the year healthy.
Healthy. Yes.
We'll have Holland.
Yes.
They're expected to have Darvish back early April. And then hopefully we can re-sign a Colby Lewis. Hopefully a Nick Martinez
Colby Lewis
steps up.
Let's talk about Colby Lewis for 5 seconds, man. I just want 5 seconds on him. How many starts has he had? 20? 21? 14 of them quality starts. That means after 6 innings, you're under 3 ERA and under is a quality start. You got 14. That's a good number 4 guy, number 5 guy right there.
For a 35-year-old pitcher, he's doing tremendous.
And he did get hurt. You got to remember that. He did get hurt after the World Series. Who won our only World Series game before the 2011 season?
Colby Lewis was
on my birthday, October 20th. October 20th, 2010, was it? Against the San Francisco Giants on my birthday. Thank you, Kobe. That was the best,
Did you say Kobe?
I almost said the best.
That's your Kobe. That's your lover.
That's the
other guy. That's your lover. That's your lover.
All right, Mark Teixeira. We're not going to get on
Mark Teixeira had 2 home runs yesterday against our Rangers. So
Mark Teixeira's a beast.
That's my boy.
We used to go back when I was 13. I'm 26 years old now, about to be 27. He's 45.
I'm 28, actually.
28. He's not 28, 25. He's actually like 34 or something like that. He's
I'm
in his
about
30s.
to be 34. But
he's in his mid-30s. But
right.
anyways, like I'm saying, we used to go to Ranger games. We used to get autographs like crazy, man. We got everybody's autograph that you can think of, other than the A-Rods and the Palmeiras that want to drown by.
Gonzalez.
Moneyball Gonzalez is what I call him, because it's sound under that. We got Ichiros. We got all them. But one I want to talk about was Mark Teixeira. When Mark Teixeira was with the Texas Rangers, he used to come out in his little white SUV. I can't tell if it was a Tahoe or a Suburban.
Truck, whatever it was.
Yeah, anyways, it was a white. Remember Michael Young was driving by?
Michael Young didn't stop.
He didn't stop, but he was in his raggedy-ass car. I mean, raggedy butt car. I'm sorry, but...
Hey.
That's
one of the top 5 Rangers of all time.
That's
our next
topic.
Might
be number 1.
That's our next topic.
We're going to get into that. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're wrong and I'm right, but we're going to get into that.
I'm always right. I'm the oldest.
Listen here, though. No, listen here. Mark Teixeira used to come by, in his rookie season, he stopped. We had like 4 or 5 of his autographs. He stopped all the time and everything, man. He was real cool, laid back. He actually had talked to us. We talked about Hideki Matsui, and he talked about how he's 10 years older than him. We talked about the Rookie of the Year, and I thought Teixeira should have won the Rookie of the Year, which was actually one of my favorite Rangers at the time of all time, really. A-Fraud, That's one of your 24 kids that you're playing with right now. But anyways, that's another subject. I mean, we can bounce on for this one. Let's
wrap up the Cole Hamels trade.
Yes,
you like it.
I love it. It's great. I'd rather have David Price if he had 3 years because he's proven American League starter.
But we're not having to pay $120 million.
Yeah, he's going to get more money. So Cole Hamels is the next best thing.
I think as of right now, the Cole Hamels deal is great. The only one thing is he better pitch like a number one starter. If he does not pitch, results. I'm all about results. If you come in and you do not pitch well, then I am out. Nick Williams is a great minor league hitter. Right. Alfaro could be the next Pudge Rodriguez. We don't know.
There ain't nobody can be the next Pudge, but anyways. He could be. You never know.
Speaking of stories, that's one of my saddest Ranger stories. I was only 4 or 5 people away from getting Pudge's autograph. It started raining.
Yes.
But I got Ozzie Guillen's autograph.
He got Ozzie Guillen when Ozzie Guillen wasn't relevant. He was the third base coach for the Marlins. He had a decent career. So what does he do? He goes. This dude right here goes and gets Ozzie Guillen's autograph. Right. Goes and gets his autograph while I'm sitting in line to get Pudge's. I'm like 13 years old at the time. I'm like, all right. I'm like, it don't matter anyways. He's Ozzie Guillen. I'm about to get Pudge's autograph.
So I'm one up on you.
I'm secretly not going to let him back in line to get Pudge's autograph.
On to our next topic.
Let's talk about Rangers all-time 5. Since we still
top
in baseball,
5 Rangers
all-time 5 baseball players.
This has been one of our biggest... I won't say biggest arguments, but it's an argument.
We're not talking about all-time sports players. We're talking about Ranger history.
Now the top 5...
We're not talking about MLB history. We're talking about Ranger history.
Top 5 includes players, executives, managers, people who have contributed to our Rangers.
And you know anything about the Rangers, it's pretty much the Rangers are the coaches.
And if you haven't caught
John Daniels, much love.
We debate a lot. So
John Daniels, much love, but we're gonna talk about mainly the Rangers. They're gonna be players and they're gonna be the coaches.
All right,
until you win a ring, you can't actually put the executives up there.
Well, Rangers and ring, unfortunately, doesn't go together.
Tom Hicks will never be a top 5 Ranger. You know why? Because he put more money in the Stars, which is his sport right there, and we'll get to that. But anyways, what's your top 5 Rangers, Tom?
Top 5 Rangers. And once again, this includes
top 5 Rangers.
This includes executives, managers, anybody who's contributed.
Okay.
Number 1, Nolan Ryan. I'm going to list my 5 and give you my reasons, because I already see your face.
I'm not saying nothing yet, okay? I'm going to let him know.
Number 1 is Nolan Ryan. Number 2, Pudge Rodriguez.
Greatest catcher of all time.
He should be a surefire number 1 Hall of Famer. So that's number 2. Number 3, Michael Young. Michael Young. All right. Okay. Number 4, I would say Wando.
Got to be on there, man. You got 2 MVPs.
Because he carried us.
Hey, when he was a Ranger and Pudge was a Ranger, he was the better Ranger, but not by much. But he was the better Ranger. He was the known. And if you got Pudge on the list, you got to have Wando on the list. So right. That is.
I'll give you my reasons, and then I'll slide the soapbox to you.
Okay.
Number 5, Ron Washington. All right. So number 1 was Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan was the greatest Ranger of all time.
Okay.
Nolan Ryan was a great pitcher. He had his 5,000 strikeout. He had his 300 win. He had many moments, but not only as a player, but executive. Vice president. He was basically the general manager. We give John Daniels a lot of credit, and sure, he deserves credit, but I believe Nolan Ryan was the head of that scale.
Nolan Ryan came in toward the end of that, though. John Daniels been doing it for how long? How long has John Daniels been building this team up to that? That's my only argument there.
I know.
That's my only argument.
You love
John Daniels was the modern day, give me the name, Boston GM. Theo he's with the Cubs.
He's with the Cubs now.
Yes. He's like the second version of that. If he would have got the World Series, he would have been that version of that. That's
John Daniels got a lot of credit for the Mark Teixeira trade, in which we got Andrews, Harrison, and
Holland wasn't there.
No, Holland wasn't there. No, Holland was minor leagues. He was with our minor leagues.
Oh, okay. You got me there.
We got Teixeira. We traded Teixeira for Andrews, Harrison, and Felice.
Okay.
Which all 3 contributed greatly to the Rangers.
And we traded Oogie Ubina for. When we had Oogie, we traded him for Nelson Cruz, right? No, who did we trade? We traded him for Nelson, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he was in the minor league system, which was great. And
Nelson was.
why did y'all ever let him go? Y'all could at least had him last year for $8 million.
Right-handed bat.
I mean, I'm just
That's
saying.
one of my.
He's
okay,
that's our right-handed bat.
That's another
I'm not gonna
subject.
get into
Settle
it.
down. Settle down. All right, so Nolan's my biggest number one executive. I give him a lot of credit with the pitchers. Our pitchers were terrible before he came.
Top
What was
top
Nolan
five.
Ryan's thing that he wanted pitchers to do?
He wanted them to have command, and he wanted them to have stats. Not necessarily stats. He wanted them to have.
How far in the
consistency.
games did he want them to go?
He wanted innings pitch. He wanted endurance.
He wanted endurance.
That's
he wanted them to go in the
endurance.
game. And once he came and established that, our pitchers became more dominant. And that's what, obviously with Cliff Lee, that helped.
I mean,
but we got through
and you got
more innings with Nolan Ryan here.
And you got Mike Maddox, too, which is obviously a great deal.
What has our team done since Nolan Ryan left?
Been hurt.
They were hurt last year. I give you that.
The curse of Nolan.
I give you that. Curse of Nolan, exactly.
Okay, but
all right.
This year our pitching has not been horrible. It's just our U's hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like with you out, that it hurts us. It hurts me personally because I was about to go buy me a Darvish jersey, and now I'm thinking he's got 1 year left, and we're gonna be lucky to re-sign him.
Darvish is on vacation right now.
Are we gonna be able to re-sign him?
Well, he's still signed for 2 more years. He's got $10 million coming.
Is he going to want to come back here? We need to win a ring.
Let's make sure he can
pitch.
Yeah,
let's make sure Tommy John surgery.
So you disagree? Okay, you disagree with my Nolan Ryan. Who do you have number one?
All right, my number one Ranger of all time, and it's a very, very hard debate with me because I like Michael Young. I did like Pudge and Wando. All three of them are very close to me. But my number one of all time, and this is just due to, it's going to get a lot of hate for it. It's going to get a lot of hate. Michael Young might just be my number one. I'm tied between him and Pudge.
It's
going to get a lot of hate because he took the team. He led the team to 2 World Series. Led the team.
Obviously, I have him number 2.
He's an executive this year too. Remember that he's an executive. He's in that baseball.
I'm sure he's making a lot of decisions in retirement.
I don't care. He's up there. He's in there. He's getting players in here, and he's doing what he's got to do. So, but if you think about it, how many stats does Michael Young lead? How many does he lead? A lot of them. More than Pudge, more than Juan, more than anybody. So you got to think about this, yo. He's all time. He played 1 season without them. So my all-time Ranger, and I love Pudge. You don't understand me. When I was a boy, I tried to call Puerto Rico and get a hold of Pudge and Juan. Those are my 2 favorite. Like my saying fan favorites, like my favorite. But my number 1 would be Michael Young.
Obviously, I have Michael Young number 2, so I cannot debate with you very much on it. But
it's debatable, but
that's
I'm
a good number 1.
All right.
So we actually agree. As you can see on this show, we will be debating a lot, and we will be going back and forth.
Oh yeah.
But every now and then we agree, and we toast to that. Let's toast to that. To an agreement.
Y'all gotta pay me if y'all want this on TV.
This show is going to be just a couple of guys hanging out,
This is what we love to do. We love to talk
and talking sports. It's
like
just
when we go on the phone, is sports. And now I'm gonna give you my number 2. It's gonna be because he stayed longer than Then he stayed longer than Wando, and their careers kind of turned around. And Wando still has some good years outside. It's gonna be Pudge, but Pudge,
greatest catcher of all time.
You're neck and neck with my boy Wando. You're barely there, you know what I'm saying? Because Wando is like, me and my dad took me 1998 to the Yankees game, bro. When Bernie Williams robbed Wando's catch. And I swear to God, my dad can tell you this. Well, he's dead now, but he can tell you this. We was in right field, and we were sitting right by, they got a wall right there. Let me put this right here like this. You know where, any Ranger fan know where the wall is, and you got right here, that first seat, and you can scream out, Wando. Anyways, he tipped his hat. Like I said, my dad seated everything. That was like one of my greatest moments because that was my favorite player other than Brian Jordan. But anyways, I always like Brian Jordan. That's my number 3. But my number 4 is going to be a shocker to some, but some not. Who, if the Rangers would have won the World Series in 2011 against the St. Louis Cardinals, in the bottom of extra innings, who hit the biggest home run of Rangers history all time? My boy, Josh Hamilton, who I also have his autograph and said a prayer with. But anyway, that's beside the point. But number 4. And now number 5.
Before you go to number 5,
okay,
his biggest thing is that Hamilton. That's his boy.
That's my boy. Yes. That's my boy.
That's his Kobe of basketball.
That's my boy.
That's his lover. That's just who he
wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, that would be your lover. It's okay to admit it.
If I was
it's
a
okay,
guy,
and I am touching your leg underneath the table.
That's
kind
of awkward and weird, and I'm feeling very uncomfortable right now because I like women. I like a woman. Her name is Shatara Johnson.
Yeah, keep it to woman.
I love you.
So Hambone. Good player, MVP.
5 years with the Rangers.
He had a great run with the Rangers. 5 years. I have no problem with them being ranked number 4 or 5 in your list, but I'm not going to put him above Wando or Pudge or Nolan.
I didn't put him
or
above
even Ron
Wando
Washington. Ron Washington led that team.
Without
Ron Washington, Josh Hamilton would probably be sitting on the corner somewhere smoking some crack.
No, without John Daniels.
John Daniels.
Hey,
if you want to go back to John Daniels,
let me give you my number 5, and we'll start on.
Is that John Daniels?
We'll start on John Daniels. We'll start on him. My number 5 is not Ron Washington. Matter of fact, I would put Johnny Oates above Ron Washington, and just for this fact,
Johnny Oates.
Just for this fact, just for this fact, if you put the teams nowadays, what team is better than the 96, 97, 98, 99 New York Yankees? Really, 96, 98, 99. The only team that knocked our Rangers out of the playoffs.
There's no question.
What teams in all time were better than those teams? You got Paul O'Neill, Bernie Williams. You got a whole stacked lineup. Jorge Posada.
They won their World
Tino
Series.
Martinez, Chuck Knobloch. You got Derek Jeter. You got on third base. Who do you want to put? Scott Brosius. You got even Aaron Boone came in, and Aaron Boone was great with the Reds.
Effing Boone.
You got all of it. Alfonso Soriano. He came more in the late 2000s, so I can't really say Soriano. But anyways.
I'm surprised he's not in your top 5.
Do you think? No, he lied about his age, and he really screwed me out. Hey, look, do you put like that team? If our Ranger team right now, you think we're gonna beat the Cardinals? I think, man. But our pitching was way better than that. But anyways, my number 5 is Nolan Ryan.
So after all the talk about how great John Daniels is. You still put Nolan Ryan above John Daniels.
Yeah, I put him as above John Daniels. I like John Daniels, but I put him as a player. And to make this team, like you said earlier.
Oh, so Nolan gets it because he was a great pitcher.
He was a great pitcher. He made great baseball moves, but it was a team thing up there, and I think that they had a disagreement. And because you don't get along and everything honky donkey,
right?
And you
honky
leave.
Donkey?
Yeah,
is that a?
I was just thinking of Nolan Ryan being a punchy guy. He's really honky donkey.
I need to look that term up on
Astros.
Is that on Google? I need to look up that term. Is that a country term?
Hey, Grandview, baby. But anyways, look.
Is that in the Urban Dictionary? I need to look that one up.
Here's the deal, though. I put him at number 5, and I barely put him above Raffy because Nolan Ryan's great.
Steroids.
No.
Wando. Steroids, maybe.
Man, you can say Pudge, but we don't care about
Pudge
that.
never admitted to it.
Wando never admitted to it.
Yeah, but
what? Because he hung out with Jose Canseco in a bathroom stall. That doesn't say something, man.
Yep.
All right. Real quick, man. We still got time. Real quick. I'm gonna tell you why. Real quick. Hold up. Listen here. I put Nolan Ryan up there because of what he's done for the Rangers, and he's just like, when you look on any baseball game that you play on, it's Rangers. You see Hall of Fame, and you have him in his Rangers uniform.
Right.
And it was great because I went to a game back in '93 or something like that. I remember Nolan Ryan was pitching. Jose Canseco, I guess, was out there or whatever. But anyways, let me ask you this. Let's get on this real quick. Who is the best overall MLB player of all time?
All time.
And I've said it many times who I think it is.
Anytime that I talk about something that was all time, I go off what I've seen. Not, oh God, Babe Ruth was the greatest player. I never saw Babe Ruth. This is actually a great subject. We could go through all the sports and say what our greatest.
Yeah, Babe Ruth played in a different era. He was great of his era.
I mean, even Willie Mays.
The game was way better.
Mickey Mantle.
I never saw. With Jordan and LeBron, that conversation, Jordan played in a different era.
I mean, that's Jordan, so we don't even need to debate that one.
What if LeBron played back then?
LeBron
would have gave Jordan the most.
He would still been behind.
He would have given the most.
Let's stick to MLB.
Let's go to this. Who's your favorite MLB player of all time?
My favorite or the best?
No, okay, who's the
Because
greatest player?
Nolan's gonna win it as far as my favorite.
That's why you got him in the top 5 Rangers of all time.
But
he's in my top
I'm
5.
not
so
biased though. I'm not biased.
Listen here.
I'm not biased.
Who is the greatest MLB of all time player in your list? All time. Overall, all time. You know who
like
mine
the
is.
best I've ever seen.
Is.
Man, number one. I mean, outside of Nolan, because I gotta say outside of Nolan, because
there's one guy.
You're gonna say
there's one guy. To me, there's one guy that can only touch close to it. Non-steroid.
I already know who you're gonna say.
You already know who I'm gonna say.
And he was a foe of ours, so I don't really.
But that's why I give him props and respect because.
Yeah, well.
And we're not talking about Tim Salmon.
I could say he was injured all the time
Anderson.
too.
We're not talking about he was for being injured for what he did.
And if I had
y'all
to
know
pick
who I'm
one
talking
guy,
about.
If I had to pick one, you know my guy.
Who?
You know my guy. Big Papi.
That's the greatest player of all time.
I love Big Papi though.
Really?
I love Big Papi.
You just hit me
with
Big Papi.
Do you think he's Hall of Famer?
Do you love him?
Hold on.
Or do you think he's the greatest of all time? You gotta divide.
Alright, I'm sorry.
And you gotta put greatness.
Big Papi, that's my boy.
He's not even no better than Palmeiro,
come on.
man.
Come on.
Okay, Palmeiro did
Postseason.
Nelson Cruz postseason tore it up.
Well, you're hurting my heart
Manny
there
Ramirez
because he should still be on the Rangers.
Manny Ramirez was the better.
Manny Ramirez wasn't hitting big time home runs.
Yeah, Manny Ramirez did too.
Big Papi was hitting.
He
home
was protected
runs.
by Manny Ramirez. But anyway,
protected or not, who hit the home runs?
Who is the greatest player of all time?
Greatest player.
Hands down.
Barry Bonds.
Our producer is telling us that Barry Bonds. Okay, I like Barry Bonds. And I honestly think that
steroids or not, he hit the most home runs.
Yes.
He was a great fielder even before steroid allegations when he was with Pittsburgh. He was a great hitter.
He was a 25-35 home run.
Stolen base.
Right.
Gold glove.
His head was a lot smaller.
All right, so I already know who you're gonna say, but let the fans know.
The greatest player of all time with no steroids or nothing. He had great defense. He had speed. He could hit home runs. He could do it all.
Is it me?
He could do it all.
Is it me?
Let me tell you who it was.
Is it me?
No, it's Tommy Dunn. It's not
It's
you.
me.
No, it's not
I was the
him.
greatest Little League baseball player of all time.
It's not him. It's Ken Griffey Jr. 630 home runs.
I'm gonna put
He was hurt for how long?
Put ESPN right here next to Linsanity because that was their greatest favorite player.
Okay, first of all, I didn't even know that. But
every time he was on ESPN, it's like Mike Trout now. Mike Trout, they got to tell me how great he is.
Mike Trout, we both know Mike.
I've seen Mike Trout before.
Bryce Harper though this year has come up and playing better than Mike Trout.
All right. So our producers are telling us that we need to save Rangers for the next episode because obviously we can talk for an hour on this. But
30 minutes, wow.
But let's move on to the next topic. Once again, this is a local sports talk radio show here in North Texas, and you can see right behind us the greatest team on the face of this earth. America's team is the Dallas Cowboys.
It ain't the Patriots.
It ain't the Saints.
It's the Cowboys.
It ain't the Jets.
No.
I don't care how many Super Bowls New England's won recently.
With deflating footballs and flying over teams.
Yeah, I
swear. Whatever, man. They ain't even count no more.
I hope no children are watching, but they're cheating asses. New England Patriots.
Yes.
The Steelers. Okay, you won a couple in the 70s. That's cool. We should have beat your ass, but it is the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
All right, so as far as the Dallas Cowboys are concerned, we are Super Bowl or bust this year.
The first team to ever have cheerleaders. Beat that.
Who doesn't love cheerleaders?
Beat that.
I mean
seriously.
Cheerleaders. I mean, what's football without cheerleaders?
Yeah.
So right now, our Dallas Cowboys have just started training camp, and we are ready for football season. I don't care how much we talk about Rangers here in Texas. It's Cowboys.
Especially
Cowboys.
Love it.
So our first topic is the running back situation. We let go DeMarco Murray to the hated Philadelphia Eagles, who have the worst fans on the face of the earth, other than the Lakers. But that's another topic for another day.
They're like
we're Superman and they're Batman. That's right.
With 0
Superman's better, by the way.
Anyways, let's keep going.
So running back situation. We lost Murray.
Let's talk about.
I love Murray. I love him. but our offensive line, we got to keep that intact going forward. So we're not going to pay that $10 million a year salary. So currently we have Joseph Randall, we got McFadden, we got Dunbar, and we got a couple other rookies.
Yes.
Seastruck. I saw we signed some other dude. He's not going to play. The main guy to me is Joseph Randall.
Joseph Randall is the main guy. And, with McFadden always getting hurt, the same thing that sidelined him, 7 years in the NFL?
He's already on the PUP list.
He's already back on the list.
Some people think that he's going to get 1,200 yards this year.
Man. Here's what I want to really say.
I don't think so.
Who would we get? I mean, I heard Forte. I'd love to have Forte over here. Hey, and I wouldn't
mind.
The
number one guy.
You already signed Hardy. Let's get Ray Rice.
Hold on. The deal that I would have done earlier this summer, once we got Hardy, I would have signed Dez the long-term contract before. I would have traded our first-round pick next year for AP. I would have got AP. How good would he look behind our offensive line?
At 30, what is he about? Is he 30? About to be 31 though?
I don't care if he's 40. That man is in such good shape that he could run for days. I don't care. Behind this offensive line, he would get at least 2,000 yards.
I don't care. I'm not disagreeing with you. He is a Texas native as it is, but I want AP.
He left my Longhorns for Oklahoma, but I'm okay. I'm all right.
Let's see here, man. They're still talking about the AP trade. They're still talking about all the radio and stuff. You hear about it. They're talking about, AP still could come. I don't see it happening. We're not going to get him. We're stuck with Joseph Randall unless we can pull off a trade for him, Matt Forte-like guy. Or even, I'd even say I would say bring in a Ray Rice. But they don't. He ain't going nowhere, obviously.
But with Hardy, Randy Gregory, and some other guys that have some checkered past, are you okay with bringing in a guy who's beat a woman?
You don't think second
chances?
What if
he beat your woman? Would you be okay with that?
If he beat my woman, he wouldn't be able to play in the NFL. I wouldn't be here doing the show right now. I'd be locked up somewhere. But here's the deal. You got to give them second chances, man. Okay, there's a video and all that, and I don't agree with hitting women at all. But, sometimes women antagonize it, though, and they hit back and whatever. It's not agreeable.
Bottom line,
he hit a woman, he should play.
How about Chris Johnson? I've heard him in the rumors. Do you think he would be a good guy to have?
He might. We'll see. I mean, but
former 2,000-yard rusher.
Yeah, but behind that offensive line, anybody's gonna rush. Me and you can go out there and rush for like 500 yards. I'd say 1,000. I say 500.
I'm more like the Cole Beasley of the group. Play wide receiver.
I'll be more like the Dez Bryant.
So Steven Jackson the other day, he said that he wanted to come to Dallas. What do you think about him?
In 2007, it would have been awesome. I'm telling you, it would have been great.
Well, we actually passed on him in the draft.
Yeah.
So I guess 7, 8 years later, former draft picks were not very good.
I like Jackson to come over and be a third string, second string at best.
He's a power back. He can come in that goal line.
I would like that, man, when he's healthy, bro. But if you got him and McFadden, those are roster spaces. You got him and McFadden, they're getting hurt. What are you gonna do? What if Joseph Randall gets hurt? Our season's probably Our season it just went from this chance. Just went from this chance to win the Super Bowl down to there. And there's a reason why we should have franchise tagged DeMarco
Joseph
Murray.
Randall gets hurt.
Or we should have kept DeMarco Murray because of that, man. Or we should have got AP just because of that.
But if you, two things here. Number one, if you had kept Murray, you don't have Hardy. And to me,
that is true.
In the Green Bay game, we would have lost. Actually, I should say we would have won if we had any pass rush on Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers was back there, setting up a tent, cooking some marshmallows, throwing to Adams and Nelson the whole game. But
it was a catch, Dez.
I would have not assigned Murray either for $10 million. To me, the guy that they drafted.
But didn't they sign him? Didn't the Eagles sign him for $7?
For $7 million a year?
Yeah. Why are you going to go to the Eagles for $7 million?
It was $8 or $9 million a year. But they also, for insurance, signed Ryan Matthews, which is a good combination to have. But guess what? Both guys get injured. And to me, Murray last year on a
healthy year.
Still
had a broke hand. He was a beast. He was a beast.
I love Murray. But
I'm not going to knock Murray.
I'd rather have some pass rushing.
Right.
You got to have a what wins championship? Defense wins championships. So
proven last year.
So to me, the guy that they drafted,
Right.
everybody was worried, are we going to draft a guy this year to take over for Murray? No, we drafted him 3 years ago, and that was Joseph Randle.
I think,
now, he's a knucklehead off the field,
Yeah.
but on the field, he produced
Hey, look,
when
I
given
think-
the opportunity.
I think he's going to be great, dude. I think he's got an opportunity where he still averaged over 5 yards a carry. He could, there's meat left on the bones, what he said.
I know there's been a couple games
But-
against Philly, Seattle. He
Yeah.
had big runs when given the opportunity.
But the only thing is he's not proven yet. Is the only thing that scares me. And so that's why you bring in a guy. This is my personal opinion. This is why you bring in a guy like McFadden. McFadden wasn't brought here to start.
Is McFadden even going to get on the field, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Randall was going to start the whole time. When the Cowboys traded for McFadden, they knew he was hurt. They knew he's going to get hurt.
They put
brought
it in
him
his contract that they could cut him very easily.
Yes, and they wanted to back up Randall. You know what I'm saying? But now Steven Jackson.
McFadden, to me, hasn't been good since he was at Arkansas.
Yeah, that's even debatable.
I think
Who was the
he's
best
here
running back in
because
Arkansas.
Jerry Jones loves Arkansas. They even worked out Felix Jones again this year,
Yeah, I
but
see that.
since
I
he's
was like,
fat
no,
and he's
no. We might as well go
He's
get Julio.
I run
Julio
faster
Jones.
than Felix Jones right now.
And he's like 300 pounds for 5'8". Like
I'm working on it.
He's pretty good though. But would you like to see Steven Jackson come over?
If he's a goal line back, yeah.
Give him a chance. I say give him a chance.
I watched him with Atlanta. He was on my fantasy team
watched
last
Hard
year.
Knocks last
I'm not
year.
proud of that. But he was averaging about 4 yards
This
a
dude traded
carry.
me Marcus Ingram. But anyways, go for it.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb.
It was a dumb move. Like I gave him a tight end. I had two good tight ends. He had some good running
I was
backs.
desperate.
I'll get on that
Anyway,
in a minute. But anyways,
we're focused on 2016
let's go.
now.
Let's go. My bad. Go ahead.
So, the bottom line is, who do you see taking over the job, and how many yards do you think they're going to get this year?
I see Joseph Randle, and I think if healthy, he could get at least 1,300 plus.
1,300 plus.
I think he'd get 1,300 plus. I think
The one guy that we haven't talked about is Dunbar. Dunbar, he's not going to be an every down back.
No.
But man, if he can just hold on to the ball out of the backfield, throw couple little dump passes, that dude's got some speed.
Dunbar's going to be like, he's not going to be the Randall of last year. Dunbar's still going to be the Dunbar of last year. He's going to get you little plays every once in a while, but you still are going to have, you don't, like, what also helped DeMarco Murray now on the offensive line, you have Joseph Randle coming in to back you up, so you don't know really what's going on. You got Dez Bryant out there that covers 2-3 guys. You don't know what's going on the offense.
Dez is a beast.
A beast.
And we're going to talk about
receiver.
Dez here in a second.
But if you get a Chris Johnson, I'd rather take Chris Johnson over Steven Jackson right now in their careers because
I agree.
I think Chris Johnson has more to offer.
Chris Johnson didn't look very good in a Jets uniform, but who does look good in a Jets uniform nowadays?
Nobody. I mean,
they got Revis. He's good, but
Brandon
no one
Marshall
else.
will probably be good. Cromartie might. I don't know. The Jets are going to be the Jets.
Jets will be in last place.
Yeah.
All right, so we're looking at Joseph Randle. He's our key guy to our Cowboys season. I expect a Super Bowl. But our really main key guy is Dez Bryant. What do you think about that contract we just signed him for?
I love it. I think that it was good for him and good for us because he could have got more money if he went elsewhere.
Man, if he went elsewhere,
he could have went to the Eagles and probably got the same amount of money. But
if they offered him the Calvin Johnson money, I would have signed him. I mean,
I probably would have.
I'm glad we did it. We got a great deal.
Here's a stat for you, man. If you get any of the guys, right, like when you got the Fitzgeralds and the Megatrons, when you sign them to big contracts, how many Super Bowls have they actually won? Fitzgerald almost got him a Super Bowl, but
zero.
He won zero. But you're giving him money, but you're not giving him like you're paying the guy really. He's like a 2-3 wide receiver type dude. Like if you get 2 or 3 good wide receivers, that's Dez Bryant.
I think the difference.
He takes the defense, and like if Dez Bryant's on this side of the field, that defense. Look, it's hard doing this because I'm on this side. It goes all the way over here to Dez. And when you had DeMarco Murray playing his game in the offensive line, you did not know what we were doing
There's
last year.
no question that Dez being on the field, drawing double teams, opens up the running game.
A lot of people will complain, last year he had like 2 or 3 catches at halftime. You know why? Because he was being guarded, man. And like, it was opening up our running game. 42
touchdowns in 3 years. I think the big difference is when Calvin Johnson got his money, when Fitzgerald got his money, they were a couple of years older than Dez. Dez is 25 years old.
26.
26 now? Okay.
26.
Well, shit. He's still not in his prime.
Hey, I know, right?
He's not in his prime.
He's a Cowboy for life, man.
And the way they did the contract was basically guarantee him the next 3 years. It's a 5-year deal.
Right.
But after 3 years, they can say you're not behaving or whatever the issue is, and let you go. But I expect Dez to be a Cowboy for life.
Right here, you
He's
see this?
He's a new age
The
Michael
star right
Irvin.
here. That's where Dez is going to be
And
for
you
life.
see 5 Super Bowl
You can't
victories.
see him really, but you see 5. We're going to add one right here.
That's
really,
what I expect this year.
This should be last year's because it was a catch, Dez. This should be last year's, but we're going to put this year.
Yeah, we're going to put that behind us, but
it's over with. I mean, the dude comes on 105.3 The Fan. Like, big shout out to them because that's my favorite sports show right there. I like the Ben and Skin show and all that. But I'm going to tell you right now, man. Stop bringing that ref onto the show because I hate him. Like, you seriously bring him on like he's one of your boys or something. He called the play. He's still something like that. He called the play. He stands by the play
on the channel,
and it was wrong. They changed the rule book because they knew it was wrong, and now it's 4 steps.
Okay.
Dez caught the ball, reached over. Dez, you're a beast. We love you here in Texas, man. Like I don't give a damn where you're from. You're a beast. Megatron's a beast, and he's way out there.
Before we move on to the next segment, what is your record that you're going to give the Cowboys, and how far are we going this season?
I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give them another 12-4.
12-4.
I
got a tough schedule.
11-5 just doesn't seem good enough. 13-3 seems a little pushing toward. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give them another 12-4. And that's just due to they do got a tough schedule. It all depends on our running back, bro. Right now, everything's in line.
If Joseph Randall gets hurt, we're pulling people off the street to come in. It's a little scary, but that's really the only position.
All Arlington and Dallas natives, you might have a chance. If Randall gets hurt, you will need to go down to Cooper, Collins,
start working out
now.
Well, 12-4. I would love that. I'm going probably 10-6. I expect us to really take over the division. I don't see, the Redskins, please, RG3 had one good year, and it was the system that they were running. And he got hurt. Who knows? He might get hurt again. Colt McCoy, that's my boy. I wish he was starting.
That's one thing that I wanted to touch on was our offensive line. You never know because even if Tony Romo goes down, just remember last year it's that same offensive line, which I love so much, and it's the best in the NFL. But it's the same offensive line that had Romo out half a game.
Yep.
Yeah, when he got hurt, the Redskins.
Right now,
Romo still came back and almost brought us back.
I got the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Giants, and Redskins. That's how I expect it. And I think we might struggle a little bit outside the division because we do have some tough teams to play. New England, who knows if Brady will be there or not.
Deflating footballs.
Yeah, he might be deflating footballs on the sideline for the team that
recording us, but
that's the way I see it. I think we're going to take over the division this year and go to the playoffs. I expect us to at least get to the NFC Championship.
I do too. It all depends on our running back game, how hard he comes in, and how defense and our cornerbacks play. It's all
our defense should be.
It's a
Sean
team game.
Lee coming back is going to be the key.
And
McLean playing 16 games.
McLean coming back. McLean's a big key to that coming back. Yeah, we got him for cheap too.
All right, let's move on to our next topic.
Go Cowboys.
Cowboys number 1.
Cowboys for life.
Is the Dallas Mavericks. Now, Dallas Mavericks, unfortunately, they're.
Let's just say this right now. When you got the Dallas Mavericks, and I love my Mavs, but the Shark Tank show is more interesting than the Mavericks. What they have done here lately.
Well, you say that, but it has been. What was that old TV show? Dallas, a soap opera? There was a huge soap opera this offseason with DeAndre Jordan saying he wanted to come to Mavs. Then he decided at the last minute he didn't want change and he wanted to stay with the Clippers. To me, he should have manned up. He made his decision.
Yes.
He should have stayed. But at the same time, is he really worth $20 million?
DeAndre Jordan, man.
I don't know.
It's that big fish, bro. But you gotta look at this, man. The big fish draws in the little fish. Like you always follow that big fish.
Well, Wes Matthews was the little fish that he brought in.
Yeah, and shout out to Wes Matthews for still staying. Like, yeah, that's the only reason he wanted to come was because of DeAndre Jordan. But
Right.
shout out to him for
Right.
still like manning up to his
Right.
contract. That's why he got more money.
And I
DeAndre Jordan, you're a little.
respect that. I respect
I'm not
the
gonna
man
say
of
the
his
word, but that's kind of like you could at least call. You could have said something, but I get it at the same time.
I'll say the word. He was a bitch.
Yeah, I get at the same time you respecting, like you respected your team, your players. That's where you wanted. You probably feel left out. You got a little booty hurt, but you're from Texas, dude. Like but I guess you ain't from Texas no more. You're from
He's
LA
an Aggie.
now.
He's an Aggie, dude.
That makes a lot of
hook 'em
sense.
horns.
That makes a lot of sense.
When you're Aggie, I guess you
makes
you
a
roll
lot.
that way.
That makes a lot of sense.
So
I get it now. All right.
we have some discuss against DeAndre Jordan, but I like to be positive and focus on what this team is going to look like going forward.
Right.
Looks like another year signing guys of 1-year contracts. D. Will. We're going to have Wes Matthews, who should be here long term, at least 4 years.
Who knows how he's going to play coming off an injury.
Yeah, it's a little scary with the Achilles.
Parsons, he dresses good, but he got hurt last year too with the knee, so who knows? And Chandler Parsons, don't be friends with DeAndre Jordan no more. He screwed you over.
Man, I wouldn't even return his text.
I mean,
I would give him a couple 4-letter
DeAndre Jordan committed to us.
With it.
Tyson Chandler, man, I see him as a Maverick. When I see Tyson Chandler, I see him as a Maverick. Even though he's only played 2 years, we could have brought Tyson Chandler back, but DeAndre Jordan went.
The Mavs misplayed that. I don't know if I would give Tyson 4 years, $50 million a year, but
do you blame Donnie Nelson, or do you blame Mark Cuban?
As far as the way they go about free agency?
Right. Do you like the free agent thing, go get the big fish, or would you rather take a couple years and try to get a draft pick, try to find your dirt, which is like once in a lifetime when you're going to find a dirt.
There's no other dirt.
Exactly. Just once in a lifetime. You're going to wait 10, 15 years before you find your dirt. I agree with Mark Cuban in the thing. I don't mind going out there winning 50-plus games a year and making it to the playoffs until you land that big fish. Because it's better than it's better than losing every game, losing every year, and then you draft your big fish and you're still losing, and then you finally win. At least you're
drafting has been a big issue.
Yeah, at least you're winning, 45, 50 games, and you're still signing players and you're getting things together, and you're still trying to land that big fish.
Well, here's my thing: is the '90s Mavs is what I grew up on, and we were winning 10 games, 15 games a year. So for us to win 50 games the last 10, 15 years has been pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So it's hard to really knock Cuban or Nelson, but there's one man that it really falls on the shoulders, and to me, it's Mark Cuban. He's the owner. Everything goes through him.
Yeah.
And that's to me, you gotta do like the Spurs. You gotta not only get a free agent like LaMarcus Aldridge, but you also have to draft. You have to draft the Parkers. You have to draft the Ginobilis to be successful.
You don't get lucky
every year.
But so you got to think about them though. They had David Robinson all the way up till '99, and
they
had a bad year.
And
they got Tim Duncan. And then you get your draft
Spurs,
picks.
By the way,
but draft picks are like prospects in baseball. They don't always pan out to be. And that's one thing you got to realize. We had Josh Howard, he fell in the late 28, something like that.
Like 21.
It was great.
That was the one guy that we've gotten in the draft in the last 10 years. That
he brought over Caron Butler, and then we traded him, whatever. But here's what I got to say, though, with, the whole DeAndre Jordan thing. You got Rick Carlisle. This is the last year of his contract.
He might go.
He come back. He might go. But what do you say about Richard Jefferson?
I say he's a top 5 coach.
What do you say about RJ? RJ did the same thing with DeAndre Jordan.
He wanted to be with LeBron.
But the DeAndre Jordan thing didn't pan out, so he's like, okay, that didn't pan out. But he called Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban gave him his blessings to go. So that's more respect. If DeAndre Jordan would have done that, I wouldn't be so mad.
I know. Maybe we just need to hug it. We need to hug it out, guys. We're upset about Jordan.
I don't want to hug it out. This is awkward.
I'd rather punch DeAndre Jordan, but.
But anyways, man.
He really likes it.
Yeah, this is my bro right here. Let me tell you, look at the shirt, man. Let's look at the shirt. First of all, that's an
Avengers
shirt.
All the way.
His shirt's way cooler than mine. I got this.
The only thing better than Avengers is Superman.
The Insanity was popping back when he was with the New York team, but it's cool.
Insanity was going to come to the Mavericks, but
I don't blame him
at the last minute he was like, "Man, no Jordan, I'm leaving
Insanity compared to who did we pick up, man? I know they put on ESPN. It was like, what was his name? Not Jenkins, but Yeah, it's
John
it's that
Jenkins.
sad, huh?
You talking about the people that we've signed?
You don't even know who they are.
Man, I don't know. I think it's the
You
whole.
don't even
I
know
think
who
it's the
they
whole
are.
D League. I mean,
Yeah, so you picking
if
up
we don't
guys
win
like
an
major
NBA
signings for like
championship this year,
them.
maybe we'll win the D League
I mean, hey,
championship.
maybe Darren Williams comes back and he plays great. Maybe Samuel Dallenberg gets his first year with Philadelphia back when they had it. Even that,
Dallenberg, man,
yeah,
that shows right there
we
how
did get the guy from Milwaukee though.
Zaza.
We got him, man. And like he can come back. He can play some
See, that's the only thing
defense.
about DeAndre Jordan that I don't like is
He
that
can't shoot free throws.
he didn't make it. Their whole team's not going to be able to shoot free throws. They got Josh Smith too. He can't shoot free throws either.
They got big dudes that want to shoot threes.
Mister, I'm only making $6.9 million. I can't feed my family this year. Pulling a spree well. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, that's really you got some problems when you make it that much money.
Hold on, which side I'm on? Let me play my violin for Josh Smith and the $6.9 million.
Look, this is my violin for DeAndre Jordan and all of us. Like that's small.
Yeah.
But I mean, and really they keep saying about us. Oh yeah, y'all won a championship a few years ago, and here we are, not even 4 years out of it, and y'all are still complaining about not winning another one. Which you got standards. We technically should have two. Which wants to put out shout out to Eddie Sayadoff. Did I say his last name right?
Yeah.
My commish for the NFL Fantasy. I want to give you a shout out. Hey, commish, plus 10 points.
Lakers
hey, what's
fan.
up, man? He's not a Lakers fan. He's a true stand up guy. He's going to give me 20 plus points for the thing.
Secretly in the
Technically,
closet
we was in the
like
fantasy football league last year, and I just wanted to give him a shout out and tell
There's
you that
3 people in the closet.
like the 2006,
Eddie,
I'm a Kobe fan,
and Bruce Jenner.
So after this year, Kobe don't get it. He wanted to be Bruce Jenner, and I talked him out of it. But anyways, here's the deal, though, man. 2006 was like my fantasy team last year. I technically should have a championship, but AJ Green gets hurt that last game. Thomas for the Broncos doesn't even pin out. The Broncos trying to score touchdowns for some reason. The kicker ain't kicking. I got the kicker. Look, man, I got the kicker for the Broncos. I got Thomas, number 88 Thomas. Yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about, big boy Thomas. And then I got AJ Green, for the Bengals, and I got Arizona defense the night before that. Arizona defense sucked. So I'm still down, like 20 points, 25 points, or whatever for the end of the championship game.
All I know is I called that fantasy. You were going to win.
Yeah, he jinxed me. He did that. He set up. We were up 2 games to nothing, and he set up the parade. 06 Mavs all over, man. AJ Green gets hurt, all that. I lost by 5 points.
We didn't know that the refs had decided that Dwayne Wade was going to get fouled every time, even though he
24
was
free
barely
throws,
touched
24
any
free
time.
Throws. Come on now, yeah.
All right, so basically, things that hurt our feelings are his fantasy team,
right?
DeAndre Jordan not making a decision early enough so we could actually get some good players.
Very upsetting.
Making a bitch move basically, and then Dwayne Wade 2006 finals. As you can see going forward in these shows, we're going to start on a topic, we're going to go into things, and it could just morph into anything.
Yeah, we're going to argue.
So
this is our first show. We're not super professional, as you would call it.
I'm professional.
I feel like I'm professional.
I look professional.
Look, man, not everybody wants to sit there
actually.
And see a guy just, hey, this is how this is going. No, you want some personality, you want some entertainment to it, or whatever. If you like us, you like us. If not,
and we're going to hit all sorts of topics. We're going to hit.
This is still America's team. Linsanity. I don't even know why I'm wearing the shirt, to be honest with you. I think he was good for like 1 year.
I think you just got excited he was going to come to the Mavs.
It's like Chan-Ho Park, man. When Chan-Ho Park came to the Rangers, I was like, yes. Yeah. And then he sucked, and I chased him down for an autograph.
Too, I bet. Worst contract in the MLB.
Yeah,
actually.
We got some Mavs offseason. There's not much to talk about there, which, saying I love you, Mavs. Y'all going to get it better. Monte, I wish Monte and
Let the rebuild come.
Let the rebuild come back. But I want to get on.
Let's enjoy the last couple of years of dirt.
I really want to get on a subject that while we got about 7 minutes left. Let's give about 3 minutes on your stars, man.
Stars.
Let's give a stars update.
This is the team outside of the Cowboys that could win a championship next year, which is awesome.
Boom.
Championship, baby. Championship. They added Patrick Sharp. They added Aduya, which is one of my favorite things to say to my wife.
Wait, I thought you were just talking to me. It was kind of creepy.
I was looking at you.
All right.
Maybe a couple more of these
I
beers.
think you bring Brett Hull back and Mike McDonough,
no,
and we beat
no.
Mario Lemieux.
We're not trying to go for the retirement championship.
Okay.
That's the alumni. That might be the alumni championship.
Tell me what you think the Stars are going to do this year, man.
Stars?
What kind of record we're going to have? Like, who's going to be our star player?
I can tell you this. I can tell you this. This is the most excited I've been about an NHL season. The last couple years, we're like, oh man, we're gonna do good. We're gonna be top 4, top 5. But the big problem has been our defense and goaltending. Guess what? We added Niemi. Let me spell that for you. N-I-E-M-I.
Is he the 6'4" dude?
I don't know how tall he is. I don't care how tall he is. At this point, as a Stars fan, I don't care how big, tall, if he's Finnish or what. Just stop the damn puck from going into the net. That's all I care about. So that was our biggest weakness last year was defense, which we added Aduya, and then we added Niemi. So we had ranked 22nd defense goals against last year.
I can tell you,
if we could drop that in half with our top 5 offense, I expect us to make the playoffs. I expect us to make it to the championship of the league and win the damn thing. That's what I expect.
That's what's up, dude.
But that's high expectations. I'm a fan. I have high expectations. I expect a Stanley Cup championship in the next 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3?
2 to 3.
And I might not be saying it right, but Seguin.
Sagan.
He's
Sagan. ESPN body issue. Sagan on the Zamboni. Did you see that?
No, I did not see that.
Man.
These guys, I'm in hockey. I get into it and I love it, but then I'm just kind of out of it for a little bit. But that's your thing.
I'll keep you in it.
I'm gonna stay in it. But
trust me, you'll know.
Is he gonna be the leader of that team?
He is the leader. Ben's the leader. Jamie Benn is the leader.
Okay,
He's the captain.
I know who that is.
Sagan.
Is he gonna be on that team? Is he gonna be on that team in 2 to 3 years?
Man, his contract will be up. We're gonna have to pay up. Right now, we were able to make
the
moves that we can make because he doesn't have. No, I don't know.
There's no championship. So, and for in order us to win a championship in 2 to 3 years, he's got to be on that team.
He has to be. But this way, I look at it. Jamie Benn's got to be our Madonna. You mentioned Madonna.
And you've got a Brett Hull.
And then the Brett Hull is going to be our Sagan.
But who's our
the Belfort.
Marty.
The Belfort, the goalie.
Yeah. Who's our Marty?
Marty Turco. Shout out to Marty Turco.
But he didn't quite do it.
Our Eddie. Man, I think Ledden is still going to be the main guy, but he's going to get some rest during the season.
All right.
And that's going to help him where he doesn't have to play 60 games. But I expect a Stanley Cup championship in 2 to 3 years. And as we're doing these shows and the season starts, we're going to do a little more about how well we're playing.
We'll give you a little more time frame.
Maybe I'll have to renege on that. Okay. Maybe I'll have to, but hopefully not.
All right. Here's what I want to jump into. Thanks for getting the Stars in there.
That's our daily Stars.
I'm going to jump in and try to give y'all a little bit of the MMA action or whatever. But the only thing I really care about right now is John Jones. You know he was the champion. You know he knocked the hell out of Cormier. When you see Cormier walk up, everybody walks up cool. Cormier comes up limping. But, as recently his championship got, taken from him or whatever. So this is what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking for Jones to come back sober and healthy.
Let me know when the Ronda Rousey segment starts.
Ronda Rousey, but I'm about to jump into something else. But anyways, Jones, Cormier, that's what I'm looking for. I'm ready for Jones to knock Cormier out again. Anyways, we'll get back to more of that. But let's talk about some wrestling for a second. Since you mentioned Ronda Rousey.
How about Hulk Hogan, dude? We're going to have to hit it up on the next. We're going to have to hit it up on the next.
Not cool, man. I have black kids, mixed kids, white kids, everything, and racism is not cool. It's not cool. It's 2015, people.
Everybody, exactly.
And you don't see people as color. You see them as people. You know what I'm saying? But Hulk Hogan, as a part of the white delegation, we do not. No.
He was my favorite wrestler.
He's way past his prime. I think Sting was way better than him. And that's one thing I like to do, man. Just shout out to my boy D. Let's talk about this, man. Seth Rollins is the champion. Or he was. Brock Lesnar, he beat The Undertaker's. he beat The Undertaker's wrestling streak, right? But the other week, man, Brock Lesnar was in the title match. Who comes out? The Undertaker? Dead man. The dead man.
Hey, I knew something about wrestling.
Where's the dead man from?
He's
from Texas. He's from Texas. He's Texan. Yeah.
This is WWE, right?
Yeah, this is WWE. Okay. But like I said, I love it, man, and I'll try to get y'all some more updates if y'all are interested in on it, and if y'all want to really, you know what I'm saying, just shoot us some
We'll get
shout-outs.
more into that on the next show.
Hey,
Maybe
y'all
we'll
can,
see. We got
you can love us or you
shows.
can hate us. Y'all are still fans, and like I said, send us some wave love this way. Come on. But
We're gonna upload this up to YouTube and Facebook, and if you like it, please click like or send us a shout out.
yeah,
Whatever you
love
want
or
to
hate,
do.
y'all still fans. It don't matter to me. We just
But Rangers,
give us
Cowboys,
some updates and
Mavs,
feedback.
Stars for life. Lakers suck.
We got 30 seconds, bro. Let's talk about something else for a second, man. We give him 30 seconds of some outside Texas sports. Alex Rodriguez. What do you think about his comeback
Steroids.
season?
I don't
Steroids?
care.
PEDs?
I don't
Okay.
care.
Check. Clayton Kershaw, man. We got Clayton Kershaw, the greatest pitcher in the American League. Unless you ask this dude, he says Madison
In the American
Bumgarner.
League?
I mean, the National League. You know, come on now.
Mad bum.
and all of baseball, he's the
We
best
gotta
pitcher.
wrap up. We gotta wrap up. This is the first episode of the Dunn and Dunn Boys Sports Talk Show. Check us out, baby.
All right,
Peace.
man.